Skip, is it okay or not that he wants to retire a Packer, Aaron Rodgers?
Man, it sounds to me like he's already retired. It sounded like this came out of left field for me because I thought he had a big game against this team, regardless of whether he ever played for it, on Sunday night at home when they're trying to cling to the division lead. I just didn't like any of it because it was all about me, but that's who Aaron is, all-time blame-deflecting, finger-pointing diva. But this is the case of, Remember I won 4 MVPs there, and don't forget how great I was, and I grew up there, and I had the greatest. I'm going to read a few more of these quotes. They asked me if this is a revenge game. What do I got to be avenging there? Well, they did dump him. They shoved him out the back door in the end because they just said, well, we've seen enough of you. And then he goes on to say, I feel so good about my time there because damn near everything great in my life is because of my football career. My football career starts and will end one day with Green Bay. I've got a lot of love for those memories and a lot of great friends there. Well, if I'm a Pittsburgh Steeler right now, I don't want to hear my new quarterback talking about the great old days back in Green Bay. That's just me because they're hanging on by a thread. They're coming off a bad loss, and I don't want to hear remember when from Aaron Rodgers when he's played better than I thought he would. He's played probably better than they thought he would. And all of a sudden, it's like he left his heart in Green Bay. Well, you're a Steeler now. You got black and yellow, and all you're talking about is green and gold. And this is just me. I don't know how you guys would feel if you're his teammate, but that would be offensive to me. I would want to hear that he had it in for them because after he beat the Jets, he said, I want to beat every single person in the organization. And now it's all love and flowers for Green Bay. That's just me, but I'm not a big Aaron fan.
I agree with you a little bit. I think when Joe Montana got traded to Kansas City, he wanted to beat the shit out of the damn 49ers, and they did. And Tom Brady left New England.
Oh, did he?
He got his 32nd win. He beat every NFL team by beating New England last.
Yep.
They care about that. They want to win. They have a lot of respect for the organization.
Yep.
They gave him an opportunity. They won a lot of games. There's a lot of history there. We know that. We know you're going to retire as a Packer. This is a Steelers versus Packers, man. Let's go back there and kick their ass. We'll retire some other time. But this week, that's what I wish he would have come up with the approach. I agree with you a little bit. Tons of respect for Aaron, but I don't think this was a time and place to have this discussion.
Wow, so you agree with me a little bit.
I got chills even saying
I know.
I mean,
exactly.
Are you agreeing?
Well, I don't think. I mean, Aaron had a great run up in Green Bay, 4-time MVP, won a Super Bowl up there. Replaced the great Brett Favre. He has a lot of fond memories there. I kind of liken it to my experience. I played all over the NFL. I finished with the Raiders, and I got to retire with the Raiders, and that meant a great deal to me. I'm really thankful to Mr. Davis for letting me do that because it closed one chapter in my life and opened up another one. But I think, obviously, A-Rod, he's closer to the end than the beginning, so he's starting to drift off into retirement thoughts. So yeah, I have no problem with him talking about it. He had some great years there.
They're in first place in the division, man. It's a big game. Yeah, Lamar's coming back, man.
I know. I'm trying to lead this to a Super Bowl. That's what I'd be saying.
Flacco just lit them up. I mean, they got to get off their ass and win this game.
Don't you think that's a little bit of bulletin board material that he's trying to avoid by saying, hey, pour it on the love, but when and he'll probably, that's my whole point is he spent 18 NFL seasons there. That's 18 years of your life.
He's going to retire as a Packer. It's obvious he's going to retire as a Packer.
No, I know, but I'm saying, but he also is giving them their credit. I mean, he's 41. That's over almost half of his life he spent in Green Bay. They have great memories.
That's your retirement speech. You don't do it on Friday.
So that gets me to my next point.
That's all I'm saying.
But that gets me to my next point is, don't you think he's just saying this in the media to pour on some love? Because I guarantee you, before the game, walk up, dap everybody up, hey, good to see you. Because he said it's not a revenge game. We've got a lot of great relationships with people within the organization. I'm sure he does. But I promise you he's not thinking that shit. He's going to walk up pregame, shake some hands, postgame, maybe take some pictures and trade a jersey here and there. But for those 60 minutes, he's going to want to kick their ass the entire time. There are no friends on the field for 60 minutes. We'll do that shit after the game. But he's saying it right now as a sense of, because if he gets up there and says, I hate these guys, we're going to kick their ass, I don't want anything to do with them. First of all, you're going to rub that organization the wrong way and the fans that believed in you.
No, I'm not
for
saying you should
18 years.
say that. I'm not saying you should come out and say that.
No, I know, but I'm saying
maybe nothing right now.
Yeah, just say nothing.
Yeah, just say nothing, folks. But
I think he's doing it more so, hey, pour on the love, give the respect. Let's not give any, because it was that last year, Skip, I will agree with you, 18 years or not, the last year was ugly. And that departure and the trade and everything, and even you could argue drafting Jordan Love instead of getting him some help at receiver and doing some things right by Rodgers could have started that turmoil, but I just think he did it in the sense of let's pour on the love, but when those 60 minutes, from that opening kickoff to that last whistle, I'm going to kick their ass.
Just quit giving him he keeps giving ammunition to people just to keep shooting at him.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing with Rodgers. He's the biggest. Look at me. Yeah. No, don't look at me. I don't want the spotlight. I don't want the spotlight. But look at me. I'm on McAfee every Tuesday. But no, don't look at me. I want to live a private life. I want to fade off into existence. And he does give people a lot of ammunition. I mean, he was a great player, and he's still playing at somewhat of a high level. But he's very hot and cold with I want attention. No, I don't want attention. Nope, everybody needs to talk about me. So
You know what I hate the most about this, though? I wish so badly this game was at Lambeau. I wish this game was in Green Bay, and we could watch him go back to that stadium. And I know they want home field advantage in Pittsburgh and all of that, but I thought it would have been a lot cooler if this game was in Green Bay and you could see him return to Lambeau.
Well, so did Aaron, because he said this one would mean a lot more if it was in Lambeau, just because of the affection I have for that place and that hallowed ground of Lambeau Field and all the amazing memories that I have there over the years. Okay, again, great, but I don't want to hear it right now. Right?
Sweet.
Come on.
Yeah.
Well, right now they're winning their division. I mean, it's not saying a lot because right now the AFC North is kind of taking. I don't know what happened,
hadn't
but
even started
they
yet.
are winning that division. What do you see right now this weekend? Steelers, Packers. What do you have?
Let me go to my next page.
Okay, Cody, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no,
Cody.
I'll be quick on this. I want to say Steelers, but right now I trust Aaron Rodgers more than I trust that defense, Skip. And I don't think that's anything any of us thought we would say at any point in time this year. So with that being said, I trust Matt LaFleur and this Packers offense. I think they're going to go into Pittsburgh, get the win. I have it 28-24 Green Bay.
Ooh.
I got Green Bay winning as well. I think this will be a close ball game. It's in Pittsburgh. Green Bay needs to stay ahead of the change. Don't let that pass rush get going. T.J. Watt, Alex Highsmith, Urbig, Cam Hayward in the middle, press in the pocket. I think it's a close game. I got Green Bay winning 24-20 and reigning on Rodgers' revenge game.
Ooh.
Quote
Doesn't
unquote.
seem
Not
revenge.
revenge.
Quote unquote, not
The love game. It's actually his love game.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, Ken.
Yeah.
Me, Jordan Love's got to work on his consistency as well.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. He's got some issues going on. I love Green Bay's football team, top to bottom. They have a very good roster. Defense is playing better. I can't get over the fact that the Pittsburgh Steelers played Joe Flacco last weekend, and Joe Flacco just carved him up. Hey, Jamar, where you at, Jamar? Boom.
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 Hey, Jamar. Boom. Boom. Hey, T, where you at? Boom. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, Skip.
Agreed.
They're awful.
They're awful.
I heard before the season this is a generational type defense. They compared them to the Ravens and the Buccaneers in 2002. This team can't get a stop.
Nope.
I can't take that. I'm a big defense. You think I'm an offensive guy?
Yeah.
But I look at teams' defenses first.
Defense
If you're playing
wins.
horrible defense, I cannot take that team. I'm taking the Packers. They have too many weapons. I'm taking the Packers to win by 10.
By
Do I got to get a score?
Yeah, you got to get
27-17.
Ooh,
There you go.
we got Packers, so what does that mean for Skip?
It means that this is a mismatch to me for the point you just made. I think Green Bay is going to cakewalk in this game. I think this Steelers defense has been exposed. It's now fallen to 28th in the league in yards allowed, and they rank defenses off yards allowed. So it's like the 5th worst defense and plummeting by the week. So Jordan Love has issues in every game except when he plays on Sunday night, when he's 3-0 with the all-time Sunday Night Football passer rating, and he's 12 touchdowns to 0 interceptions in 3 Sunday night games. 3-0, 12 to 0. I mean, it's like if he could play every game on Sunday Night Football, he'd be in the Hall of Fame already, right? They'd have to just stop and put him in the Hall of Fame. But I think he will throw a big party on Sunday night. And then we haven't talked about him yet, but Green Bay's defense now has this combination of Reggie White, Lawrence Taylor, Charles Haley, right? This guy named Micah Parsons, who's already in the Hall of Fame. I think they're going to have the ceremony at halftime at Pittsburgh.
How many
They're
sacks
just
did he
gonna
have last
stop.
week, Skip?
He had
Skip by.
he had 33 sacks last week, right? 33.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's what he had.
That's what
it.
you guys
Yeah.
told me. It was 33.
It looked like it. It could have been.
Yeah, three
So
times.
they're going to have on Sunday Night Football. They're just going to stop at halftime and put Micah in the Hall of Fame, just because he's already obviously earned that as a Packer, and he's going to wreck the game. And if he doesn't, Rashawn Gary will. Somebody else, Edgerrin Cooper will. So I listen. Aaron Rodgers is, as LeBron loves to say, washed, his favorite word. So he just is. I mean, I watch him run around and he moves like an old guy. And he still can whip it. He can still spin it. But he's going to be under fire in ways he hasn't been so far. So I'm saying this is a rout. I got 34-14 visiting team on that one.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
And so looking at Aaron Rodgers in his career, I want to look at that. So Cody, what do you think? Is Aaron Rodgers' career overrated, underrated? You're a quarterback guy. Did you look up to Aaron Rodgers?
Look, regardless of what your thoughts are on Aaron Rodgers off the field, he is absolutely not overrated. He is a 4-time MVP. He's a Super Bowl champion, a Super Bowl MVP, a 10-time Pro Bowler. He's 4 times All-Pro, so that means he was the best at his position 4 times in 1 year. And on top of that, he has tons of records, and he's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play this game. But stating those stats, and everyone talks about numbers, the reason I like Aaron Rodgers is because of the arm talent that he has, the athletic ability he has throwing the football. And I know it depends on maybe the era you played in. You can talk Marino, you can talk Bradshaw, you can talk all these other guys, Mahomes nowadays. But to me, growing up watching Aaron Rodgers, no one in the NFL is a better thrower of the football in the history of the sport. And I truly mean
Wow.
that. When it comes to arm talent, no one is better. It's effortless.
Did you see Dan Marino? I just asked.
That's why I said era matters. I didn't watch Dan Marino as much as I watched Aaron Rodgers. But for me personally, growing up in that era, and Tom Brady's the GOAT. You know, you got all these other great quarterbacks during that time, Peyton. But for me, when it comes to pure arm talent and the ability to throw football, Aaron Rodgers is in a league of his own. I mean, it's effortless.
Did you guys ever see Jeff George throw the ball?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
I did not, Coach.
No, I wasn't there.
But I mean, with that, so mechanics-wise.
But wait a second. He's like Carson Wentz to me, like rockheaded, right?
I'm just saying pure thrower of the football is the question.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just
All right.
playing.
Well,
Is he washed now?
I got a question. When you ask if he's overrated or under, what's his ranking? Who's ranking? What'd you rank him?
Well, do you think
Top
he's the
5
greatest quarterback ever? Or do you-
Yeah.
Yeah, if you say the greatest quarterback ever, I say he's probably overrated. If you say he's not even top 20, I said fuck, he's way underrated. Right? So
Okay.
he's like Cody says, he's if not the best thrower of the football I've ever seen. I mean, he throws the ball in these tight windows, and that throw he had in the Super Bowl at the All Go Special. You remember that touchdown?
Yes. Yeah.
That ball.
Yes.
1 inch to the left or 1 inch to the right, 1 inch higher, 1 inch lower. It's incomplete.
And you know what I love, Coach?
Wait, are you talking about the post route that won to Greg Jennings?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's just an example. He makes
had a
throws
pulled
like that look
hamstring, and Ryan Clark
easy.
was on his lap.
And you know what he does, Coach, is so great, and that's why I say this and back up my argument. He throws in a phone booth, and what we mean by that is short step, no step. I don't need to push off. I don't need to create a lot of push off with my back foot or take a long stride. Everyone thinks the throwing comes from your arm. Oh, what's your arm strength? Bullshit. It comes from the ground up. Fire in that back foot, fire that back hip, get a little internal rotation with your front shoulder, and then create that torque, and it becomes like a whip.
He
Get
has
the ball
great
out.
torque.
Yeah.
Great.
He
Not to
can do
mention
it
what he
better
did with
than
the snap
anyone
count.
that's ever played the game.
He invented the snap count. I mean, he screwed us over in the playoffs with that stupid ass snap count, catching one of our fat guys running off the field on 3rd down. Throws it down the field, gets a 5-yard first down on 3rd and 4. I mean, that's just he's just unbelievable. Playing against him, I mean, you watch him run out of the tunnel with no sleeve, just that little thing. You're like, son of a bitch, we got to play our ass off in this game to win this one. I mean, I just watching him in person and coaching against him, and I just think he's as good as
Would you give
anybody's
him a
ever played.
top 10 quarterback of all time?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
For sure. I've always appreciated Aaron Rodgers' career because we came in the same draft class. He sat in that green room on draft day, and I watched him, and I didn't know, but he used that as motivation to dominate. And I went up there with your brother in 2019. We had Paul Gunther as our defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
He shredded our ass. 429 yards, 5 touchdowns, no INTs. Why couldn't your brother get that defense right? That's not the question. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I
tried.
think his legacy in Green Bay with winning the Super Bowl and 4 MVPs, he was a great player. You have to give him his flowers. But if you're looking at him recently, Jets, he's making a little resurgence right now. I think he's overrated on recency bias. Back in the day, he was a stud. He's legit. I agree he's top 10. But if you're new to the league or you're a new fan, all you've been hearing about is Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers. Goes to the Jets, gets hurt on the first drive. Doesn't play the next year, or plays the next year, but he's injured, not playing well. Now he's with the Steelers. He's doing a little bit, so.
And if you are that new fan, please go watch the 2010s, 2012, 2013. Go watch that Aaron Rodgers, and I promise you, if you're disagreeing with me right now, you probably won't.
I could even use Aaron Rodgers in cut-ups a lot of times. Nobody can make this throw.
Mechanically, the way he throws the football, the way he creates torque, what he can do with not a lot around him, and creating the velocity on the football, I've never seen it. It's unbelievable.
As usual, I completely disagree with everything I just heard here.
You're an Aaron Rodgers hater, aren't you?
You're
just a hater.
I'm a truth teller. And you're
call those haters,
going
too.
to die on your Travis Hunter hill.
Okay.
And I'm going to die on this Aaron Rodgers mountain, because the Aaron Rodgers I have closely watched, not in game tape, just on television, closely for years and years, has been revealed to be a playoff choker for a long, long time, playoff gagger. And if you give me a second, I'm going to demonstrate. So he won one Super Bowl in his career, and I agree with all if you put him in a vacuum just spinning the football, it's beautiful to watch. It's poetry in motion, and the torque he can create with his body. I give you all that. And he revolutionized the snap count, and he's tricked my Cowboys 1,000 times, and he tricks everybody. Okay. Now think about this. He won one Super Bowl, and he was the MVP in that Super Bowl, but it was 15 years ago. That's a long time. 15 years ago. And how did he get there was when nobody saw them coming, and there were no expectations that postseason because they were the last team in the back door. They were a road wild card team. And I know the games by heart because he goes to Philadelphia against Michael Vick, and Michael Vick has it 1st and 10 at the Green Bay 27 with 40 seconds left and throws a pick to Trevon Williams, trying to get it to Riley Cooper. And I love Michael Vick. I know him well. And I've talked to him about it. It was just a bad idea because you've got him. You got him on the run. You lose 21-16 because you threw it to Trevon Williams with 44 seconds left. You had a chance to win the football game. Then they go to Atlanta and have they roll Atlanta. Okay, I'll give you that one. But then, do you remember the game against Jay Cutler when Jay Cutler wound up riding the bicycle on the second half on the sideline because he had sprained his knee? He had a grade 3 sprain of his knee. Okay, the immortal Caleb Haney played the whole second half of that football game and outplayed Aaron Rodgers, who stunk in the second half. This is the NFC Championship game at Chicago. And Aaron stunk it up and threw 2 picks and was not that guy because he's choking in that game and barely managed to hold off the immortal Caleb Haney. Do you remember Caleb Haney?
I think that defense was pretty good at Chicago that year, right?
It was Brian Urlacher.
Yeah,
Brian picked him at the goal line and almost returned it for a touchdown.
That was a tough defense score.
Okay, all right, but
Sorry to
again,
interrupt.
it's
Keep going.
21-14. So then they go to the Super Bowl, and listen, because I was close to Ryan Clark in these days. We used to have him on the show all the time. He was kind of on his last legs, and Troy Polamalu shouldn't have played in that game with a pulled hamstring, but tried to limp into the game, and Aaron split him on that post route to my friend Greg Jennings. It was a great throw, and he was the MVP, and he deserved it. Since that game, since that Super Bowl, Aaron Rodgers in the postseason is 7-9. 7-9, and if I can quickly, the 7 that he's won, 6 of them deserve an asterisk beside him because he beat the immortal Joe Webb at quarterback. Do you remember Joe Webb?
Oh, I played with Joe Webb, yeah.
Okay, a receiver playing quarterback
Yeah, I
for the
remember Joe
Vikings,
Webb.
so he got to beat Joe Webb.
Webb.
Then remember the Dez caught it game? Dez caught it. He caught it and scored, and we could be having a different conversation if you don't overturn the call on the field where the ref went touchdown, okay? Okay, and then the third one is one dear to your heart because you just referred to it. I'm just not the biggest Kirk Cousins guy, but he got to beat Kirk Cousins in Washington, and it was 35-18, and you thought it was.
We were stuffing him in the first week. He couldn't do anything in the first 5 possessions until he did the damn snap count thing.
Okay.
And Deshaun Jackson caught a shallow cross instead of just crossing it. He rounds out of bounds at the 1. We stopped him 3. God.
All right.
Why'd you bring that up?
Yeah.
I'm trying to have a good time.
All right.
Coach is having nightmares tonight about that snap count, man.
Then
I don't know how.
18.
that's correct.
I yelled at my defensive coordinators and defense for 30. I couldn't get it out of my head. That's all I said the whole week. I said, we're not going to give up this free 5. Yeah, sorry.
There it is. Well,
And we did.
he does it to everybody, and he's consistently done that. All right. Then Aaron got to beat Eli for once at Lambeau. And remember what happened that week? It was the Odell Beckham Jr. I'm going to take the receivers to South Beach on the off day to get ready for the game at Lambeau. That's what I'm going to, for my first playoff game, we're all going to go to South Beach and hang out on a yacht on our off day to get ready for my first playoff game at Lambeau Field, and they weren't ready to play. And, okay, I give you that, but I'm going to put an asterisk beside that one. And then there was the game that I called the Mason Crossbar game against the Cowboys' Dak and Zeke's rookie year at Jerry World. It took 2 intergalactic hand-of-God field goals from 55 and 51 for them to survive and steal that game from us.
Well, Skip, he can go over every quarterback's history and how they won football games. You can Patrick Mahomes the last couple of years, how he beat the Bills, and all. There's a lot of situations.
All right, but those are the wins. I just gave you the wins, and they got to beat the Rams.
I'm sure the losses might have been some controversy where he played pretty good.
Okay. Now, let's look at the losses, shall we?
Yeah.
This is Choke City. This is Choke City. So he's lost 9 games. He lost to Eli at home as the 1 seed when he played poorly. He lost at San Francisco to Kaepernick when Colin just went off in that game. And then he lost at home to Kaepernick in the cold when Aaron played poorly. He lost at Seattle in the NFC Championship game when the Green Bay Riders, I know, think it was Aaron's worst playoff game ever. He had a QBR of 55, but they should have won the game, and they didn't. I don't know if you're
Legion of Boom.
Okay, what's that?
Legion of Boom at Seattle.
Okay, yeah, it's kind of the end of the Legion of Boom, but yeah.
Tough place.
All right.
Love playing.
Okay, it was, but it's Aaron bleeping Rodgers. Then he lost at Arizona in overtime.
What was the score of that game, Skip?
In overtime.
What was the score?
I don't know what the score
I think
was. I didn't
Arizona
write
scored 51 in that game.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. It was.
That's on Rodgers.
48.
They scored 51, but that's on Aaron.
All right. Then he lost at Atlanta in the NFC Championship game. And then he lost at San Francisco when they got blown out and he had a QBR of 23. Now we get to the good stuff.
Okay.
Last 3 years in Green Bay, he's the 1 seed, and he has his first ever NFC Championship game at home against Tom Brady's first year Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the pandemic year, right? Aaron Rodgers has it 1st and goal at the 8 with, let's see, how much? 2:21 left in that game. 1st and goal at the 8, they're down 31-23. So you're going to have some chances here. And he airmails Lazard on the first throw. He throws it behind Devontae at the goal line on the second throw. And then he misses Devontae on 3rd down when he had a lane where he could have just taken off and run it in. It looked like he should have gone, but he didn't. And what did his coach do at that point?
Kicked a field goal.
Kicked a field goal because he just said, I've seen enough of this. I'm not going to let the greatest quarterback ever, quote unquote, try one more time from the 8-yard line because I've seen enough, and I'm going to take it to cut the score to 31-26. I'm going to give Tom Brady the ball back with 2:05 left, and you know what the rest of the story was. Brady killed the clock. Right. And that was the end of that, and they lost 31-26.
I think Matt LaFleur would like to have that call back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, but it said a lot to me because he's just saying, okay, I've seen enough. And I'm with you. You just got to go, man. I mean, you just, right?
No.
I don't care who your quarterback is. If it's Carson Wentz, you got to go. Because it's Tom Brady, and you can't give him the ball with 2 minutes left and think you're going to get it back. And then the next year, they're the 1 seed again, and they lose at home to Jimmy G and the 49ers, and Aaron stunk in that game, had a QBR of 23. And in his final Green Bay game, it's against Detroit before they're the Lions that we know and love right now. And it's a playoff for the playoff game on Sunday night at home. It's a play-in game.
Yep.
And Aaron has a QBR of 41, and they lose 20-16. And Green Bay's executive office said, we've seen enough. He's out. We've done enough. That's 3 straight years, 1 seed, and a chance to go to the playoffs where he let us down. He wasn't that guy. So I just gave you 7 and 9 losses, a lot of them pretty bad. So to me, I'm like Aqib. I'm all about the playoffs. And I haven't seen nearly enough from him in the postseason to justify what you're talking about on film, where you say, look at that in a vacuum. You can have the vacuum. I want the playoffs.
This Arizona game, though, he did put up 45. I think that was more.
He did, he did. And there's some outliers on that. I want to go back though to that Super Bowl run. the fact that you try to discredit that, because what it sounded like to me was that was a team that went 10-6, snuck into the playoffs, and had to win road games.
That's 15 years ago.
And had to go win a Super Bowl against a very good Pittsburgh football team, and they went and did it. And to me, you tried to discredit that, saying, oh, they shouldn't have been in there in the first place. No, that's tough. It's hard enough to win a Super Bowl. I know Coach has one. I don't have it. Do you have one, Richie?
Nope.
It's tough. Not a lot of people in the world can say we have a Super Bowl, but the fact that he did that by winning road games, getting to the game, winning it, and then pulling it off to say, well, you know what? These things happen, so I'm discrediting that. I can't buy into that.
Okay, so you beat Michael Vick 21-16 when he had the ball and a chance to beat you. And then Caleb Haney played the whole second half at Chicago.
But at the end of the day, what Coach said makes sense. Is you can go back and nitpick every single game, but all they care about at the end for a quarterback is did you win or did you lose? That's the only thing that follows you around is your record. You know what else follows you around? Super Bowl MVPs, and 4-time MVPs, and 4-time All-Pros, and 10 times Pro Bowl. That follows you around, and multiple records in the NFL, touchdown interception ratio, a passer rating, all these things follow you around. And again, I'm not saying that he's the greatest ever. I think that's Tom Brady. My whole point was when it comes to throwing the football, he is the greatest thrower of the football of all time. And the question was he overrated or underrated? I don't think there's a shadow of a doubt that he's overrated. There's no doubt in my mind.
Okay, he's way overrated if you look at 7-9 since the Super Bowl in the postseason. That's way overrated.
Real quick, I'll counter that. I'll counter your argument. I hear your argument. I don't think Green Bay did a good enough job setting him up for success over all those years, right? Okay. They were always a wide receiver away, a pass rusher away. They drafted really well. They picked off veterans kind of off the scrap heap, never went out and paid a guy. Like I would have loved to see them somewhere in there just go all in, go get him a big stud receiver. He had Devontae Adams, but then Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb.
Jordy was pretty good.
Jordy was good. Yeah. Jordy was good, but I mean, get him like some legit studs instead of drafting Jordan Love. Go get him another receiver and see how the things end up. But I think if he could have been supported better and got a couple more playmakers, possibly a couple more playoffs.
He was 160, 93-1 as a starting quarterback.
Okay. 7-9 since the Super Bowl. That's all I care about.
64,000 passing yards.
Woo.
He rushed for 3,500 yards too, and 35 more.
He used to be able to.
What is that? That's fifth all time, right, Coach?
I don't know what the all time is. We're just throwing out numbers here. I'm just saying. 510 passing touchdowns.
Jesus.
And we're going to say he's overrated?
Yep, we are.
Well, 60%.
He brought Green Bay. I mean, to maintain what Green Bay did at Brett Favre, to walk into that and keep them on top of the NFC is pretty impressive.
Okay, do you like 7-9 since the Super Bowl in the postseason? Can you defend that?
I like the fact that he's putting us in position to be in the talks for going to the playoffs and going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Now they didn't play their best game. The team, Josh Allen, Lamar. I mean, we hate Lamar too. Who do we hate? Josh Allen.
But
there's only one team that can win the Super Bowl, right? Do you think Eli Manning's a much better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers because Eli won 2 Super Bowls? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay.
Definitely not.
So,
but Eli led the league in interceptions 3 times.
I think you look at the whole body of work at his career, 248 games, and what he's done throwing the football and being a consistent leader and winning football games and 8 division titles, for God's sakes. I mean, something has to be said for that. This guy's a hell of a player.
3 1 seeds he won in the regular season.
1 seed,
that
getting a 1
ended
seed
with
hard.
3 home losses.
There's 16 teams in NFC. Getting that 1 seed is hard.
Skip, does this have anything to do with Aaron Rodgers coming to Jerry's world when Dallas was the 1 seed in 2016?
Well, I mentioned
kicking your ass out of the playoffs. I feel like that
wait,
when he made that hell of a throw rolling out left, throw her the football rolling out left and dropping a dime down the sideline.
Yeah,
we
why
thought
we were
Cowboys
playing
won.
the worst prevent I've ever seen, where we stationed 5 DBs from the 20-yard line back and just said, you can have that throw? Okay. And then it took a 55-yard field goal. He didn't kick us out. Mason Crossbar, as I call him, he kicked us out, right?
So Mason threw the ball to get them in position to
but
kick
he
the field goal.
kicked. Listen, go back and look at those 2 field goals. The first one's like this dying quail that flutters to the right. It's fading, and it ekes over the crossbar just inside the right upright. The last one that won the game is from 51, and watch it. Go look at it. I dare anybody to go look at it on YouTube. Off his foot, he snap hooks it. They're indoors. There's no wind. And somehow the ball is hooked. You play golf, you both, everybody does.
Yeah.
And if you snap it off the club face to start, it's not going to suddenly curve to the right. That field goal curves back to the right, just inside the left upright. Go look at it.
All I saw and
wasn't
all I
Aaron
looked at was
Rodgers.
this.
The hand
That's
of
all I
God.
saw was this, by the
Hey,
way.
It's
speaking
the
of
hand of
kickers,
God.
by the way, let me get off the subject
Yeah.
here. I just thought of something. If you're Schottenheimer in this game against Denver, right?
Hey, 70 yards. It's 70. He's going
If
to
you're
kick
at
one
your
from
own, if
70.
you're at your own 32-yard line,
Yeah,
or 35,
you just go.
Are you going to kick?
I'm
field
glad
goal?
you brought that up.
Yeah.
If it's
I was
4th
going to
and
bring
15?
that up. Yes.
How far back do you go?
He can make it easily from 70, maybe 75.
Yeah, that altitude.
I mean,
wow.
Think?
Yeah,
Aubrey,
at mile high.
stud.
Yeah.
We're going to see a record.
Ooh.
We will.
I like
see.
I'd love
Or
to
we're going to
Aubrey
see
do
Denver
that.
get
I
first
would
and
love
10
to
at the
see him
Dallas
do that.
25.
He's
He is
so
good.
talented.
Thank you. Thank you. Bingo.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to be 30 to 28 Dallas. Brandon Aubrey, greatest
70
kicker
yard
ever. Yes.
kick.
70
Okay.
yard
Maybe
bomb.
75.
Yeah. Sorry to get off the subject there. I just
But
thought
that's
of
on,
think about that. Yeah.
right on track. Yeah, I love that.
All right. Well, 60% of the chat thinks that Aaron Rodgers is underrated. So, Skip, they're not with you right now,
Yeah.
but I do.
think I just educated them, so they'll know now.
We need to do the pull
Yeah,
over.
We need to.
Yeah, we need to do a
after-
repoll
after-
after.
We'll touch on
this,
this on Monday.
After
Monologue.
dropped
I think I've
off
won my
the
last 2 arguments, by the way.
Oh,
Okay.
you feeling
Have you?
good?
Coach,
Wow.
What, you're saying that the chat decides.
I'm just
you guys
saying, I'm taking the credit. That's-
Okay, there we go.
I like that.
Okay, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors.